Hi, welcome to CoreValue, the #1 best-selling business consulting system. Our customers look to CoreValue for technology and training to win and execute new client engagements. CoreValue has a lot of market experience from small firms and sole practitioners to enterprise. We have strategic relationships with Welcome to CoreValue, the #1 best-selling business consulting system. Our customers look to CoreValue for technology and training to win and execute new client engagements. CoreValue has a tremendous amount of market experience, having been used with over 25,000 companies with an aggregate $350 billion in revenues. CoreValue has been used by professionals with practices from sole practitioners through enterprise. Let's talk about some of the data that we know from the CoreValue system. We know that CEOs who use CoreValue 59% of the time want to grow, 19% of the time want to make their company easier to run, and 17% of the time are preparing for M&A. Of that 17%, 83% or 14 of the 17 companies need to grow, which means that 75% of the people who have used CoreValue need strategic growth advice. And that is where CoreValue excels at helping you generate. If you can measure it, you can improve it. That's a riff on Peter Drucker. And to measure a client's business, CoreValue has a methodology that's based on 18 growth and equity value drivers, 9 market drivers or forces at work on the company from outside, and 9 operational drivers or forces at work inside the company. To measure the company, CoreValue has 2 levels of assessment. The first is Discover, a free 10-minute analysis of company strength and value that generates an immediate report. That report has the talking points you'll need to get a clear conversation with your client with quantified measurements of where their company is strong, where it's weak, and importantly, what impact that is having on the equity value of their business, remembering that equity value is the ultimate measure of company success. Building on CoreValue, there is a deep dive analysis. And that deep dive analysis is a health scan of the business that generates a series of detailed reports that our customers are using for their work product. The way it works is really simple. It's a question and answer format that states each of the 18 growth and equity value drivers as a best practice and asks your client to rate themselves against it. Now, Discover can be used as a URL on landing pages, LinkedIn pages, your email signature line. The best use is in closing meetings when you're sitting face-to-face with a prospect or client, and you can run them through this analysis and have a very, very focused conversation on how the way they're running their company is creating bottlenecks to them reaching their objectives. You're going to start with an intake form, get some summary information, and move straight into the analysis. Now, the analysis states a question for each of the 18 value drivers, and your client will rate themselves. You'll notice that it's written in colloquial terms. There's no jargon or biz blab. And when you've completed those 18 questions, CoreValue generates an immediate report. Now, that report shows them the potential value of their business value if the company was run according to best practices. It identifies a value gap or the discount that the market would apply based on the company's idiosyncrasies, based on the risks inherent in the business. And that value gap is the return on investment for engaging you. It also identifies the top 3 areas on which the CEO should focus if they want to clear bottlenecks to growth and clear bottlenecks to equity value. Let's look at the deep dive analysis. The deep dive analysis takes approximately 2 hours and works very much the way Discover does. It generates a series of reports. Here we are in a client company dashboard. You can pull reports that are generated using artificial intelligence where you literally click a button and can generate a deliverable. You can also generate graphics that will power your existing client deliverables. Here we have a representation of financial where we see that this company has very poor financial systems. Perhaps you've seen this in companies with whom you work where they have a good handle on AP, a good handle on AR, they pay their taxes on time, and they think that they have good financial systems. In fact, That is not the best practice. The best practice is to be completely comfortable if you are audited and to have a good grip on the value of your tangible assets, the value of your brand, the value of your intangibles, and so on. CoreValue also generates a report that includes the suggested tasks for recapturing the value gap. This is a report that, from a 30,000 foot level, shows your client or prospect where they should focus their time and treasure to clear through the bottlenecks to growth and equity value. And these reports power your work product. Whether you lift out of CoreValue and apply the graphics and analysis to your existing product, or use CoreValue's report writer to generate your client deliverables, there are many ways in which you can harness the power of the system. CoreValue also provides training and support, and we focus in on the 3 dimensions of business growth. Those are predictable profits and cash flow, predictable growth, and predictable equity value. Now, predictable profits and cash flow, think of being able to say to your client, our customers, our clients look to us because we are experts at helping them create predictable profits and cash flow. Now, when you do this, you're going to help your client make their company easier to run. You're going to allow the CEO to lift their head up, and she can then focus on strategic execution rather than simply on tactical. You're going to create the foundation for growth because growth is expensive and will require consistent cash flow as fuel. And you're going to increase the value of the business because companies that have predictable profit necessarily have value, absent red flags, which the system will also identify. Here's a sample engagement timeline where we have prioritized financial, HR, senior management, and sales and marketing, for example, as the first 4 priority areas on which we're going to focus. We have the score for that area that the system has generated for financial 2.8. Our target score near term of 7.0, that's a C. Think of that as getting a C, as getting the rating up to average. Long term, we're going to want to move that rating as close to 10 as possible. If we work according to this engagement timeline over the course of 12 months, you will have helped your client move $3.8 million from at risk into the theoretical value of their business. The company will also have increased revenues. In fact, clients that pursue these engagements and complete the work see an average of 21.63% revenue growth, 21.63% revenue growth per year. Here's where your client is today, and they think they have a bridge over which they can collect tolls, but they don't. Through your work with them, you can help them complete the bridge, and the bridge from where they are today to where they want to be in the future, and help them build a strong, valuable company that serves their life goals. If you have any questions, we'd be glad to help you. You can contact us on 603-835-3444, option 2. You can email sales@CoreValueForAdvisors.com. You can also go to our corporate website, CoreValueForAdvisors.com, and fill out one of the contact forms. Thank you very much. We're looking forward to speaking with you.